Hi, this is Kadrolsha, Queen of the Paranormal, and you're watching Paranormal 13 News. We are here being sponsored by The Loft in North Andover, Massachusetts, 1140 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. We are a program based on the unknown. We have guests from around the world sending us footage, and we have the hottest, and I mean sizzling hot co-hosts in the world. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, Jess.
My name is Jessica Rainville. I'm a voice actor and a paranormal investigator. You can check out my voiceover stuff at jessicarainville.com.
And Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie Rose. I am a psychic medium and I'm passionate about paranormal. I've been on many investigations and I run my own business called Garden Forever Town.
Excelente. First up, we have got a great news clip. Take it away, Jess.
Well, we are going to head over to Mexico. So let's take a look at this picture.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's so gross. Oh my God.
It's cute.
Well,
I love all creatures.
well, this right here is a story about a family who was visiting Mexico. And this family had this little dog show up in their room.
Show up in their room?
Yeah, just showed up. And they felt so bad for her. It was so ugly. It was cute. So she's like cuddling it, and they're on this bus on the way home. And next thing you know, this guy is looking at her with this terrified face. And she's like, "Do you know what kind of dog this is?" He's like, "That's a Mexican rat."
Oh my God.
And this thing is like licking her
Oh
face.
my God. Oh,
And
jeez.
there's actually another family down in Mexico. They were visiting. They, instead of leaving their dog in the room or leaving the dog at home, they brought it with them, and it wasn't allowed on the beach. So they left it tied up to their car.
That's not
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
Oh, great.
And they come back, and the leash is still there, the collar is still there, but the dog is gone.
Oh, no.
So they're like, "Oh, someone must have stolen it." So they see this other dog walking around, and they're like, "Well, instead of leaving dogless, let's bring this one home."
Okay.
So, and they go to have it, get its shots and bring it to the vet and whatnot, and it turns out it was another Mexican rat.
Whoa!
And it had eaten their dog.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
That's gross.
Too much at the
Yeah. Would you bring home a random animal like
No.
that? Like
No,
I feel like if I'm
not
on
at all. And
vacation.
you know what really bothers me? They tied the dog to the car in Mexico to go to the beach. Do you know how warm it is?
I know.
I would think right away that somebody took the dog, or the dog just dropped dead of heat stroke, and that's why the Mexican rat ate it. I think the dog was probably already dead.
I think you're right.
Because actually my brain is telling me, wait a minute, I'm a clairvoyant.
There you go. You are.
My brain is telling me it's much more soothing emotionally to think about the animal being dead first before it was eaten.
Yeah, I know. And
That's so gross.
why? Like, I feel like I wouldn't bring my pet anyways with me on
Yeah, I
vacation.
know.
Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, the image we actually show them, is actual. It is a dog. That is a hairless Mexican.
Right.
But there are creatures there that do look like rats.
Exactly.
And it's funny because if you've seen that, you didn't know dogs. I used to be a dog groomer. You'd be like, yeah, that's a rat. And you know what I'm saying? But
Some chihuahuas look like that.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's crazy that who would bring that home? Like I don't
I know.
understand. Like
It's
is
so
it a was a real dog or not?
Yeah.
They're all beautiful.
But it's true.
So you bring them home. So they see an ugly dog or an ugly cat, puppy,
Yeah.
and they bring it home.
Yeah,
They think it's like, they're going to make it beautiful or something.
Yeah.
Well, they can get sick too. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Bring it to the animal rescue in Mexico or wherever country you're in.
That is why. Okay, Julie, you're up next.
All right. So the legend of Slender Man has been around for centuries. You've probably seen it on different shows. People talk about it in movies and stuff. He's also known as the Tall Man, Dark Man, Branch Man.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know where it comes from. Let's look at more information.
Look at the
so you can-
picture.
yeah. Oh,
There he is in the back.
Oh.
Look how tall he is. Wow.
Well, they say that he terrorizes people. His no features on his face. He's very tall, long, and sometimes you can see 4 or 8 protruding like tentacles coming from their back. But they mostly focus their energy on children. They try to abduct them. And I personally feel like it's either a demon or an alien. But it's very interesting and scary at the same time.
Now you say that he has no facial features. Was everything kind of like melded together?
Well, it's usually white. Yeah, it's all white and like almost like a black suit in a way from a distance.
Weird.
And
that'd be creepy and
scary.
I know.
How can you abduct a child? I'd run. I'm an adult. I'd run.
I run too. I mean, I've seen a couple other photos, and you're like, are you serious? And it gives you a weird feeling. And I honestly think not all of them it's true, but maybe some of them could be true. What do you think, Jess?
I think it creeps me out.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, like the tentacles thing. That makes me think like extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think tentacles are the tentacles are in the back, you said.
Yeah, it comes right out of its back and it comes in and out.
Back. Could be extraterrestrial.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Now, where did this come from?
Well, a lot of the stories come. I've seen pictures from like the 1800s, and it's almost like in the middle of the woods kind of thing, and it's almost like a folklore. And then nowadays it's on TV show. Everybody hypes it up and they change things. But if you see some of the images from spooks me out.
So you see somebody kind of on the tall side, on the corner of your eye. Next thing you know, it's Slender Man running down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really.
All right, I got you there. I have got something really cool. Now, this is an EVP. This is something that really happened, and I want to play it for you. This EVP actually knows the color of blood. This spirit knows the color of blood.
Ooh.
So let's play this.
No, you're all set. As long as you got the dowsing rods and the duffel bag.
Bleeding?
I don't know, are you? We'll find out when we go into the light. No, you're all set. As long as you got the dowsing rods and the duffel bag.
Bleeding?
I don't know, are you? We'll find out when we go into the light. No, you're all set. As long as you got the dowsing rods and the duffel bag.
Bleeding?
I don't know, are you? We'll find out when we go into the light.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now that EVP was taken under the streets of Salem, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and the buildings, that whole tunnel area there doesn't exist anymore. We were the last ones to go in there and film. Now, what these tunnels were used for was to avoid tariffs and taxes. Way back when, the boats would come in from the West Indies at dirty water, and they'd go in through the tunnels to houses or to stores that were above, so they would avoid the taxation. And so, and I'm thinking, I didn't know if I cut myself or not, but the spirit watching clearly knew the color of red and was able to come out in a red. And I didn't hear it, and but when we played it back, it was like, oh my God, that is so creepy. So, yeah, I mean, I argue about EVPs. Some of them aren't real, some aren't real, but this 100% was real. It was crazy. We get a lot of hits on it on YouTube. You can actually watch the entire show from Under the Ground by going to queenoftheparanormal.com and go to the watch free. And you can search for it under the streets of Salem, Massachusetts, and you can watch the entire thing in its entirety, or just, kind of scope through some EVPs that we've done like that. So, that was just an amazing situation that we saw. Now,
Hello, my name is Linda Ruth Torsetti, and yes, I'm the granddaughter of the fella who's in back of me. And I do believe in the paranormal. I've had many things happen in my life. I'm 63 years old, and there's just some things you can't deny. I've known things before they happened exactly. I have seen loved ones walk through my house. I think they're just checking on things. I've even communicated with my sister Ellen telepathically from time to time, and she's deceased now, and believe it or not, she still talks to me in my dreams. So I definitely believe there's something out there more than you can touch, that you can see, that you can feel. There's a whole different dimension. And I don't think we die and there's nothing. I think we just exchange our energy for something different. It's like a door opening to another dimension or another life, whatever. I just do believe in all of that. And I thank you for giving me a chance to speak on it. And I hope everybody someday has an interaction, and it's from joy and not from evil. I really believe that if you live the life that you try and do to others as you would do for yourself, I still think you give out good. My grandfather always believed if you gave good, you got good. So, thank you for giving me a chance to voice my opinion. And yes, I've even had dreams about my grandfather. When there's questions I need answered, I get quick answers, either from the paper or from a friend of a friend, or I always get them. It's really uncanny. But enjoy your show and be good to one another.
Now you're up next, Jess. What do you have?
All right. So we're going out to Texas for this one, San Antonio. So in the 1800s, there was a story of a bus that got stuck on some train tracks, and the bus was actually hit by a train. And they say that 10 children and the bus driver were all hit. And now the folklore is that when you drive onto the train tracks, you can actually feel, like if you stop on the train tracks, it feels like someone's pushing your car off of the track.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, people will actually go there and they will stop on the train track and their car is moved off. It's off. The car is off. And they say that if you put baby powder on, like, the trunk or whatever, you can see the... Now, what do you think about that?
The handprint part, I think so, because I am proponent of, I call it the powder test.
Yeah.
You just sprinkle the powder,
Right.
walk away, but you gotta be reasonable. You can't do it really when it's windy or people breathing on it. But it's great to sprinkle it, take a lot of photographs, then go back, take a lot more, and then compare to see what's moved. But I wonder if that's the energy, of whoever passed away, just warning you, get off the tracks, get off the railroad tracks.
Right.
Do we have any photographs that go with that, or no?
I believe we do.
Oh, that's the actual story then. Wow. That's incredible. We have spirits that want to come out and touch you and be, mindful to protect you and things like that. I think that's a great thing. Now, I know Julie has a story about abduction, but before that, I just want to say again, we're here at the Loft in North Andover, Massachusetts, 1140 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. And they've got food for us.
I need
so
some.
Delicious.
appetizers.
We need to have
Best in the world. And I figured, you know what? This is definitely time. Appetizers for us. We love filming the show here because
I know.
we love to eat.
Yes.
We got people watching us, and so that's why you hear a lot of noise and whatnot. This is so good.
I know.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Like perfectly cooked. Perfection.
Oh, it's soft.
Teriyaki.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Oh my god.
Okay, Julie. We can eat.
All right.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of strange things people do and they don't really understand why. And have you ever thought maybe, just maybe, they've been abducted by an alien and they didn't know it? And I'm talking,
There are some people out there who meet and you're like,
what's going on? So they put together a list from actual abductees showing the signs that, hey, if you have a bunch of these things, maybe you've been abducted by an alien and you just don't know. So let's check out all the different signs. Okay. Well, I got the signs.
Okay.
So, we got, if you feel like you have marks on your body when you wake up for no reason, you feel like you're being watched, you dream of an owl. Yeah, an owl.
An owl?
Yeah, they say that actually it's an alien projecting an image of an owl. Also, if you compulsively take vitamins.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
The compulsive taking of vitamins to the point where you get sick almost.
Yeah, and
Stomach
another thing that was
aches,
kind of
yeah.
weird, I thought that was strange, was a fear of your cupboard. And they're saying that if you have a fear of your cupboard in like your kitchen, that something happened to you or your backside while you were sleeping. I was like, okay, that's
Your cupboard
yeah, I don't know.
and your
But
bum.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't sound good.
I know, but I guess they all compiled this over like hundreds and hundreds of people who've been abducted. And then another one is like if you go near your TV and it always acts funny. And this is you have to have all of them, a bunch of them together, not like one or two. You know what I mean? And it's just. And you hear noises for no reason. It's interesting because how do you know it's not like you're hearing spirit?
Right.
So it's almost like you have to decipher it for yourself and maybe even do some hypnosis. But
What about lapses of time?
yeah,
Like,
that's a huge one.
that happened to who said,
I just totally had a lapse of time right there.
Yeah.
Might have been abducted. I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh.
The probing thing. I don't know.
I talk about
As soon as you're like, dreams about owls, because I've had a few dreams about owls,
Yeah.
but I didn't feel like I was abducted.
We don't know. We'll have to find out.
Maybe I should be hypnotized.
Yeah, and if you're an over warrior, I don't think you should feed into it because it could kind of
Right.
create an anxiety.
Right.
But it comes to a point if you had a lot of things happen to you, yeah, maybe you want to figure it
I
out.
think if you have a lot of the symptoms all together, all the 13 different signs, let's say you had like 7 of them
Yeah.
in
Right.
one night or one day,
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
then maybe. That's an interesting thing there. I've always, been concerned about the probing thing. I don't know why. They can probe in your mouth and your ear, too,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's no worse than maybe going to the doctor. They take your temperature.
Yeah.
They don't take it in my bum.
Yeah, you
They do for babies.
baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I've got a great topic for you. It's the risks and dangers of the paranormal investigation.
Serious.
This is a
Now, it's so cool to go on an investigation. And it's really fun to go alone, too, so you think. But there are so many dangers and so many things you have to be careful of. Like, for instance, you're in a graveyard, and you're all by yourself, and that it's all uneven. You could step on something, you could fall, bang your head. There could be somebody lurking in the bushes behind a rock wall that knows you're there and just wants to rip you off because you got a really great cell phone or camera or something.
Or they're
People do
just
this.
crazy and just want to get somebody.
That's true. Could be freaking loon. I know a lot of them. Go down the list. But it's very important to be able to take somebody with you on a paranormal investigation so they can call for help. Try bring a cell phone if you can. But a lot of these remote cemeteries, you don't have a signal.
That's true.
Maybe you could bring a walkie-talkie. So if you have other people in the group, they may have a different cell service than you.
Right.
And you can have somebody who's your buddy with a walkie-talkie. That's a principle that, people say, modern technology, the cell phone, the smartphone. The smartphone don't work if you don't have a signal.
No.
But
No, it doesn't.
the walkie-talkie seems to work just fine. This is what we used when we were younger, when we went skiing. We would have a walkie-talkie because we didn't have cell phones back then. And we'd be able to find where all the, our friends were, and we could all meet up and have hot chocolate or something.
Right. My husband and I, we went and picked up a car in Virginia, and I had to drive one back, so we had walkie-talkies so we could communicate, because if we didn't have cell phone service, or trying to call somebody was really difficult. You just press the button and you're good to go.
And then you have people who have possessions, or they think they're possessed in a graveyard acting crazy, which may actually get them hurt, or their party, whoever they're doing this act for maybe. And I say an act only because, and I don't want to make fun of it, you do have possessions. But I have seen, on ghost tours and different, local paranormal groups, and God, I'd love to rat you out, but I won't. No. You'll get caught soon enough. That's not my job. They'll have to put this dog and pony show on. Just because someone's paying a fee and they expect to, I paid my money, I want to see a ghost. So they act possessed in a graveyard. And that's really, really sad. And then somebody in the party could get so scared they could run, fall, bang their heads.
Well, yeah.
The whole thing is
and you know, it's funny.
crazy.
Some people go to places, investigations that are falling apart. There's holes, and even if you're careful, you could just walk into something, and that's a fear, or a thing can fall in. So it's almost like you want to have like almost a pre-investigation before.
Exactly. Walk through with all the lights on.
With the lights on. But if it's abandoned, you've never been there, maybe you go early. So you can go during the day so you know where the pitfalls are. The other thing I highly recommend is please get permission. Because permission is liability. Let's say you don't have health insurance, but you got permission to go in the building. They have the liability at that point if you get hurt because they knew you were in there. Try to think smart, people. We're not getting any younger. And when you get a severe injury like that on a paranormal investigation, who's going to help you? Let's say you don't have insurance and you fall down, something happens, you break a leg, extensive surgeries. Okay, who's paying for that one?
And not to mention, if you're by yourself and you break your leg, and if you don't have cell phone service, what are you going to do? You have nobody to help you, so it's extremely important to have somebody there.
It's not like a movie where you're going to drag yourself out of the location. Best thing again is to make sure you have a walkie-talkie with different frequencies, and somebody else has one. And you let people know where you are, and you don't go by yourself, because you don't know. It could be a spirit. It could be phony baloney. It could be a nut in the hallway written down there. There's so many things. It's imperative that you make sure you're safe at all times. And that wraps up another show of Paranormal 13 News. And we are coming to you live from the Loft Restaurant here in North Andover, Massachusetts, 1140 Osgood Street. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're so good at your stuff.